clashing in the fury. Zabre prowling, sleek as steel shadow, who's Zoid guardian, sharp teeth terror. Red mutants, Zoid army breathing down our necks. Circuit blood, glowing eyes, they lurking. Sabre strikes with calculating might. In the dark, Zoids calls the shots. Rolls Zabre, straight silence fast. Blue lightning in the midnight sky. Mighty tremor echoes through the past. Guardian's wrath, oh let it die. Claws of metal rend the enemy. Swift and cunning Sabres in the zone. Crushing red Zoids under mighty paws. Loyal to the blue Zoid throne. Silent menace stalking through the blue. Techno jumbles flying for the throne. Strategy and style's been perfect too. Sabre moves like a cyclone. Roll of Zabre, straight silence fast. Blue lightning in the midnight sky. Mighty tremor echoes through the past. Guardian's wrath, oh let it die. Oh let it die. Claws of metal rend the enemy. Swift and cunning Sabres in the zone. Crushing red Zoids under the mighty paws. Loyal to the blue Zoid throne. Close of menace, stalking through the blue. Techno jungle, Zoid walks strategy and styles in perfect tune. Zabre moves like a cyclone. Roll of Zabre, straight silence fast. Blue lightning in the midnight sky. Mighty tremor echoes through the past. Guardian's wrath, oh let it die. Oh let it die. Oh let it die. Let it die. Guardians fight from higher grounds. Blue Guardians down the heart. Lights and fury in the sky. On Zoidstar, no time to waste. On the battle with the rain. War voice ready and loud. Shadows dancing neon flash. Laser beams blazing night the night. Iron claws in desperate fight. Blue light, the berserk fight. God of endless with courage steel. There leaves no chance to heal. Fury of love is real. Laser beams ignite the night. Iron claws in desperate flight. Blue light breaks the crimson light. Door defends with courage steel. Sorcerer leaves no chance to kneel. Fury of the heartbeat real. On Zoidstar. Steel giants roar like thunder in a land of dirt and wonder. Electric dreams of battle games, monster machines, both their names. Blue Zoids rage against the storm, flashing lights, a red Zoid is born. Tyrannosaurs fight with rage through a world of a shattered age. Zoids arise, the metal beats awake. Fight one another for its own sake. For the rise, you've gotta fight. Free from chains here with all your might. Under Zoidstar skies fly Terrorzoids. Gears are grinding, Zoid hate. Reclaim the land with Zoidzilla's hands. Rid hormones over the unplanted sands. Zoids forge royal and steel. The dead blood hell runners cannot feel. Mark Super Zoids in the night. Echoes scream, the Scorpion Zoids fight. Rise from metal surface so cold. Stories of detached battle bold. Glory cosmos, Zoids in the clean light. Zoids reflect our primal flight. Red nuisance rise from iron ground. Blue guardians pound the heart. Light and fury in the sky. Zoidzilla leads the iron pride. Red horn with the thunder sound of stars. Ghost and steady battle swords. Blue guardians fight for peace. Red mutants stir the beast. Zoids of steel beside the face. On Zoidstar, no time to wait. Thunder echoes with mammoth traps. Great sword gun strikes the metal path. Zoids battling neon clash. Giant sea arcades, laser beams ignite the night. Never fire tusks in desperate plight. Blue light breaks the red might. Core defense with courage steel. Zoidzilla leaves no chance to kneel. Red horn fury of the heartbeat real. Monster machine crash under the darkened sky. Blue guardians rise, rise while red mutants defy. Endless war rage on clank and roar machines. Rust and sparks the dreams, and the broken screams. So the weasel and the guardian iron fights for dominion, red mutant fire. Engine scream, flames and time back burning bright. Mantazoids and Brontozoids clashing in endless night.